Airbrushes are a fantastic tool. We use them all the time. I use them quite a bit in my projects, as you see here, but after a while, they start to get really messy, and cleaning them is a big process. Today I'll be showing you how in a few quick, easy steps, you can be on your way to cleaning your own airbrush. First, you need a few tools, then you're going to disassemble the airbrush, and you will quickly clean and reassemble. So let's get into it. It's very nice to have a towel, as they're going to be making a lot of messes, and with it you're going to need your airbrush and something to put it in. You're going to need a lot of isopropyl alcohol. 91% is preferred as it breaks down the paint nicely, and this is my airbrush cleaning set, which makes the whole ordeal a lot nicer. I use gloves because the IPA does not smell good, and I have a respirator as well because, toxins. You're going to start by not being able to open the IPA, and once you do, you're going to pour a very generous amount into your container. Very generous. Now we can get on to disassembling. You're going to begin to disassemble your airbrush. It's best to start in the back, even though I didn't. And as you remove the cover, it's important to know where you're taking everything apart. I have failed to put it back together correctly before, and it was a big hassle trying to figure out where everything went. Once the airbrush is mostly disassembled, you can move to the nozzle. I have a little nozzle removing tool here. You'll probably get something similar with your airbrush. Now to the actual cleaning part of the cleaning. After it's disassembled, you can just plop everything in. You want to make sure the gun itself does not get any air bubbles in it, as the paint obviously won't break down. You're going to let it soak for a while, and after it's been soaked, you're going to take it, pour it out, fill it back up, and let it soak again. I'm taking my brushes here and just cleaning out the nozzles. It's very important that the front two openings get very well cleaned. I'm using these as well to scrape the last pieces out. You see here there's still some leftover paint from my last project, which can get stuck in there if I don't use it correctly. Just getting the paint off of everything, and then I get this special tool, which has a bit of remaining hot glue from an old project. This tool is really nice. It acts similar to a pin, and I stick it in the nozzle, or at least I try, and I twist it around, and it gets all of the paint in the nozzle out. This allows for smoother airflow and an even spray when using the airbrush. It's important to get that very well cleaned out. Now these back pieces don't always get paint on them, but there's a little bit of a wear and tear. I use this toothbrush and I try to scrape away the little white spots. Apparently I use isopropyl alcohol too, because that didn't work. It's important that you dry off all the pieces because they will keep the alcohol in nooks and crannies where really you just don't want them. This is more of that white wear and tear that I was talking about, and the toothbrush cleans it up very nicely. After that, it's time to reassemble. Start by putting the needle in, and I put the needle cover on. Then I tighten the needle cover, and then I put the needle cover on, and then I put the needle cover on. And I take out the needle because I forgot I don't need that yet, and I assemble it the correct way this time, with the needle going in nearly last. All in all, the airbrush is an amazing tool and it's super useful, but it does need to be cleaned. I hope that you have learned how to, in a few easy steps, clean your airbrush so your rattle can gun can stay sparkly. Thank you for watching, and I hope that your brush will forever be unclogged.